Hello, in this section of the tutorial we're going to learn how to do another type of statistical plot, and that is called the scatter plot. And that's a plot basically where you will have raw statistical data, numbers in other words, and lists, just like before, except in this case we're going to basically plot them like XY points on a graph. So we're not going to make a histogram, we're not going to make a box plot, we're going to actually use basically in this case two different lists to create a kind of a manual table of XY values, and then the calculator is going to plot those XY values so that you can see what it looks like. So again, with all of statistics, there's not going to be a function or a formula generating your data usually. Usually it's going to come from surveys or some kind of something that you go out and you get the answers to by taking data in a laboratory or something like that and writing down a bunch of values, and then you'll take those values and put them into a computer, or in this case a calculator, and see what your data looks like. So the first step is to input your data. So we go to the Stat menu, and just like before we edit our list. So we're going to go to our list. Now in this case I have some stuff left over from earlier. I left it in there on purpose to show you how to clear a list. So we go up to the title, we hit clear, and then we hit enter, and then everything on the list disappears. So we have 6 lists, and when we're doing a scatter plot, basically you're going to create 2 different lists. This list right here, we're going to put the X values in, what are going to end up being the X values on our graph, and in this list we're going to put our Y values, or what's going to end up being our Y values. And so this will be X comma Y, X comma Y, X comma Y, and then we're going to go in and link it into a plot so that we can see our raw data. So trying to come up with an example to visualize when you might use this. Let's say you were going to do an experiment and you were going to start at the beginning of a month. Let's say the month was going to be March, and on the first day of the month you're going to measure the temperature. So we put number 1 here because this column, this list, is going to be the day of the month. So this is March 1st. And over here we're going to put the corresponding temperature that we have outside at, let's say, 12 noon. And so let's just pretend that on March 1st the temperature outside is 60 degrees. All right, and that's, apologize again, let's say that's in Fahrenheit, but you know, it could be Celsius, could be Kelvin, could be whatever temperature scale you want, whatever